Hello, so a little bit of brief before we jump into today's action for UBL Season 4 Week 5 battle. I do want to mention that down below in the description you can find a live commentary done by my friend Martin, who made a very funny imitation of my own accent as he was watching this live. So make sure to check it out, leave a like if you enjoyed, but now let's jump into today's action. What is up, my little Deinos? Vepsis, your coach of the Helsinki Dragons, and we are back for the UBL Season 4 Week 5 battle versus JohnnyCB and his team be the mighty Duckletts. Ideally, I will have the layout fixed for this, but as currently when I'm recording this, I actually still have my Week 4 layout, and that is due to the fact I forgot to ask my graphics maker SlackOut to do it on time, but hopefully I'm able to get it on time and I can actually fix it through editing in later on, so that won't be the issue. But just in case if that won't be the case, I do apologize. But the matchup you can see above my face cam, and now I'm gonna be breaking up the team of 6 that I'm gonna be bringing for this weekend. We are gonna be starting off with fully physically defensive Corviknight with Breakburn, Iron Defense, Roost and U-Turn. This is there to deal with the Gyarados 1v1, especially because I have Rocky Helmet to help deal with it. And also I do have Mirror Armor just in case if I happen to get some defense drops from Barraskewda and for example going for Liquidation and getting 20% chance of lowering my defense. So just in case if that would be the case, now I don't get those defense drops and we should be fine going from there. And that's gonna be basically Corviknight. U-Turn is also very nice because this is probably gonna be luring in Rotom. So that will be really nice for my Obstagoon, which you're gonna be seeing that I'm gonna be also bringing this week. And that gives it opportunity to come in for free and click some buttons. But before we gonna be covering that, we also have our Sentiscots, which is there to deal with the Dragapult, Hatrini, Grimmsnarl for example, and even the Rotom to extend, or even the Rillaboom doesn't get any rock coverage, so he can wall quite a few things on his team. He doesn't enjoy switching into these two moves, especially Knockoff is something that he doesn't enjoy rather to switch into. Only thing that does well for that would be the Grimmsnarl, and I can just Fire Blast it on a following turn. And we are gonna be running Flash Fire and Heavy Duty Boots just in case the rocks will be going up, and there's obviously no reason not to run Heavy Duty Boots on my Sentiscots. And then we are gonna be bringing my Choice Scarf Gengar with 4 attacks. We are also gonna be having the Choice Scarf on it, and not only just to provide speed control over Dragapult and Barraskewda, we also wanted to have speed control over a Gyarados, which would happen to get chance to get a +1 Dragon Dance. So this will be able to revenge kill it with Thunderbolt. Psychic I have as a 4th move to hit the Toxicroak. If it's going to be like a special set and it doesn't have Sucker Punch to as its former way of priority move, so I can revenge kill it from there if I do happen to need it to do so. And I don't see myself really ever clicking something like Trick or Will-O-Wisp for example. Usually I'm gonna be clicking one of my attacking moves, so I might as well have the all best options available to me. And then we are gonna be having my Obstacle, which is gonna be Dual Stab, Low Kick and Obstruct, and we are gonna be having the Flame Offset and Jolly Nature as well. And this is ideally there to function as a way to be able to come in on every single time that Corviknight clicks U-Turn. I get this morning and I get some kills with this thing, cause he doesn't really enjoy switching to this thing, barring the Steelix, and perhaps maybe Sandaconda can take some hits, but I don't think it will be taking them all too well. So that's going to be the Obstagoon. And then we are gonna be having Specially Defensive Alcremie with Dual Stab, Aromatherapy and Recover. The Aromatherapy may seem weird when I have Obstagoon, which I covered earlier having the guts, but I have ideally there to be able to get some statuses of if the Dragapult is running like Thunder Wave or Will-O-Wisp, if the Rotom has either of those as well. If the Sandaconda has Glare, I would like to get rid of that just in case. And he also has the Grimmsnarl and Hatrini, which can also paralyze things. So I figured that it's the best thing that I could do. And it's also gonna be especially defensive to deal with the Dragapult in itself and holding leftovers as well. And then the last member of the team is going to be my Seismitoad, very standard set. Scald is actually something he doesn't enjoy switching to. Earth Power I have for the Toxicroak. Rest plus Chesto Berry gives me a form of recovery, and then I also have Stealth Rocks as well to be able to get them up, but I do have to watch out for the Hatrini for example trying to switch into me. So until that thing is gone or it doesn't show up in the battle, there might be a scenarios that I might not end up clicking it, but I want to have the option just in case, cause the extra chip could be useful. But That is going to be the team, and now I'm gonna be hitting up with my opponent JohnnyCB and get this battle going, so stay tuned for that, and hopefully we can pick ourselves another win for this season. Alright, we are back with the battle. My opponent actually did the same thing as my previous week opponent and brought the wrong team at first versus me. So ideally this won't be any awkward scenario for myself, which kind of keeps getting a little bit annoying, but I understand it's a mistake, and he brought Toxapex and Rotom Heat, which he wasn't supposed to have on his team anymore, and he's supposed to have some other mons already, which you saw from the team preview earlier when we broke down my team and his roster. So now we're gonna see what he's gonna be bringing. I am pretty confident about my own lead, what it's going to be, but it could change if he brings a lot of the different things that I would anticipate. But he's gonna be bringing Rotom, Hatrini, Toxapex, Gyarados, Grimmsnarl, and the Dragapult. Alright. My lead is pretty much the same. He didn't bring the Barraskewda, which is nice. But I'm gonna stick with this lead in itself. He doesn't have greatest switchings into it, and I don't see him leading with Gyarados at all. So other than that, I'm pretty much good to go versus anything in front of me. So let's see what he's gonna be leading up with. Good luck and have fun to JohnnyCB. And I understand that it was purely a mistake that he did. He actually brought the same team in his own words, that it's his team from week 2 and week 3. So now it's gonna be obviously a lot more different, but now he's gonna be cutting his selections, and let's see what he's gonna be leading with. I feel like he's gonna be leading one of his momentum gainers, being either Rotom or Dragapult, and that is primarily the reason why I felt confident going to this battle that I'm gonna be leading up with my Centiskorps. But let's see how it's gonna be going. I'm pretty nervous about this. I know my friends are actually in a call right now watching this battle live. They don't hear me or anything like that, I cannot hear them, but hopefully they're gonna be having fun time, and I'm a little bit more anxious about this whole thing than I would be normally. But here I'm gonna be clicking Knock Off. I don't have to think about this play, and I felt pretty confident that he would be leading on one of his momentum gainers. So he's gonna be doing some decent damage. He is Life Up, which is interesting to see, and this also means that my Choice Scarf Gengar ideally is the fastest one in the game. I do have to watch out for Grimmsnarl and the Toxicroak with Sucker Punch, so I cannot forget that if I see those in front of my Gengar. But curious to see what he's gonna be swapping into. His only realistic switching would be like Gyarados, and even that doesn't want his item to be knocked off because it's likely to be heavy duty boots. Let's see if he's going to be Intimidate or not. He's not the Intimidate, so I get a good damage off on him, and that did a good amount of damage. He is Salakberry, which is pretty interesting, but I'm not gonna think about this play. Straight up into my Corviknight. I don't have to think about this all too much, because it's going to be my dedicated counter to this thing. If he goes for a Dragon Dance, I can just spray Bird it twice and ensure the fact that it's going to be eliminated from the picture. And curious to see what he's going to be doing. He does go for the Substitute, which is quite interesting that he is this kind of set, but I can basically just go for the Brave Bird and I don't have to worry about it too much. If he clicks Stunt, so be it, but I'm gonna be breaking it up immediately. And let's see what he does. He does have the Dragon Dance, which is perfectly fine because he is already in a range that he should die to my Brave Bird, or at very least to the recall that it's gonna be taking. So we are gonna be just going for that. I don't think I'll take too much recall from this, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I get a critical hit, totally mattered. Yeah, that made that I break that Substitute right there. Okay, don't take too much recall, so this should be fine. We just go for the Brave Bird once more, and it should die to either this or the Rocky Helmet in itself, and ideally that would be the case that I can eliminate this Gyarados, because it's by far one of the biggest threats that he has. So I do want to make sure that I can eliminate it as soon as possible. But let's see what he's going to be doing. I feel like he should be attacking, like you're already committed to... Okay, he just decides to swap out and he goes into his Rotom, so he's gonna be taking some recall from this. Like, it's a Rotom, like it's resisted hit, but it's not gonna enjoy it too much. Yeah, that's not really taking it all too well, so... Curious to see what he's gonna be doing right now. I can see from here that he has the... Like, obviously I have this Seismiton in the back, and I think I'll just go into it. I don't have to worry about what kind of double he would be making. So, we're gonna be just doing just that, and not really worry about it too much. I'm curious to see if he's Choice Scout Trick. That would be something that I would have to worry about, but let's see what he's gonna be doing. He's gonna go for the Thunder Wave, so I'm glad that I swapped out here. And I'm just going for this Scald. I don't have to worry about this. Not by the slightest. Even if the Hatrini comes in, he has to take a Scald. I can potentially burn it, and I can swap into my Centiscores after that. So we're gonna be seeing the Hatrini. Yeah, I figured this would be the swap in. And ideally, I can catch a burn here at least, or see that if it's leftovers or not. And we do a good amount of damage that is not leftovers. So we are gonna make our simple swap into my Centiscore, which is dedicated switching to this thing. And we are gonna be see from there what I'm gonna be end up doing. I feel like at this point I'm pretty free to go for a knockoff yet again. And I'm curious to see what he's gonna be clicking himself. He might be trying to go for Mystical Fire, predicting my Corviknight. And ideally he would be doing that, because if he does go for that, then I'm clicking Fire Last Sight. Then I don't have to worry about this one bit. But let's see what he's gonna be doing. He does go for the Mystical Fire, so we catch them right there. And now I get a Flash Fire boosted Fire Last coming into his way. So I like where we are at right now with this battle in itself. And the Gyarados probably is going to be sacked, and I can basically just go for a huge damage on it, swap into my Corviknight, and it's gonna die to the Rocky Helmet recall from there. So we should be perfectly fine. On back of my mind, I'm thinking like, how is my friend Martin commentating? Because he's imitating me to my friends during the call right now as they are watching. So interested to see what he's gonna be doing. He does go for the, it's not Life Orb, so that's pretty nice. I just want to eliminate this thing. I don't have to predict at this point. I'm just clicking what it's in front, like attacking what it's in front of me, and making sure that, okay, he does preserve it. So that is in a pretty good amount of range of health that it's been left on, and this should do a good chunk to him. Yeah, that does a pretty good chunk, so I don't mind that damage at all on him. And at this point, I feel like he's gonna be just staying and sacking this thing. So I'll just go into Corviknight. I don't have to think about this yet again too much. And we're gonna be seeing... I expect him to attack me, honestly. I don't see him having to, like, try to set up or predict. He might try to hard swap into it, and that's perfectly fine if he does. He does go for the Waterfall, which is perfectly fine. And he has to take the Rocky Helmet recall. He doesn't die right there. But I can just go for the Roost. I don't really care. Like, if he happens to preserve this, so be it. I have Seismiton in the back for the Rotom, so I don't really mind it too much. So that's pretty nice. He might try to go for the Flinch and keep me low health, which would be kinda annoying if he gets that. But then again, I feel like I should... Like, this Corviknight already did pretty much its job. Like, this thing was the biggest problem to my team. And the fact that I'm able to eliminate it like that is pretty damn nice. He does swap out. Goes into the Dragapult, which is an interesting play. That he does go into this thing. But now I can just roost stuff from here and just see what it's going to be his initial play from here. And he could go for the Fire Time move. He could go for the Thunderbolt. But my play is this thing immediately. I don't worry about this at all. And we're gonna be seeing that what he's end up doing. He could have Steel Wing for me, which would be annoying. But we'll see. He is Life Orb for sure. And I don't need my... Okay, he's Thunder. Okay, then. Calm down, you good sir. But at this point, I'm pretty much free to Dask and Gleam. I don't think he has anything in the back to take this on. Nope. You don't have anything for this. I'm taking my damage on anything that you would go into. You probably will sack Gyarados because it's literally in 1 health. That's what I would think would happen here. But... let's see what's going to do, what he's gonna be doing. Okay, he does go for the U-turn straight up. He doesn't go for the U-turn. He goes into Grimmsnarl. Why are you going to this? I guess you predicted Psychic, but okay then. I'll take that damage any day of the week. And I'll just go for another Dazzling Gleam. I'd rather get rid of this right now if I can. And just go from there. So, very particular play. I guess he predicted Psychic there. But that wasn't going to be the case. And now you're going to Hatrini, which I'm totally fine with. I'll take this damage any day of the week. I want to think I can two-shot you. Oh, I just take it out. Okay, well, Creamy, you putting in the work, son. I kinda like what you're being able to do thus far. So, we are up now 6-5, while he still has the Gyarados in a very low health. And here comes the Toxicroak. So I'm gonna be going straight up into my Seismitoad, not thinking about this at all. And I'm gonna be going for the Earth Power immediately. I'm not gonna think about this. And if he tries to set up, like the worst case scenario if he's Nasty Plot, but then he doesn't have Sucker Punch to deal with my Gengar. He does swap out. Okay, and he goes into Rotom. I guess he expected my Corviknight to come there, but that works out for me. Not bad at all. Okay. Because now I can go for this Skull and I don't have to worry about this. If he goes into Toxicroak, I Earth Power it. Like, I don't mind either way what's going on right now in the field. So, that's what I'm gonna be doing. He does go for the Nasty Plot. Okay. That's interesting. But I don't think I die into one hit. I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't think I do die to a one hit. And now I could see... Honestly... Fuck it. He's not gonna click like anything else than Shadow Ball. We're gonna have big kahunas right here. Come on. Let's get this play right. He's not gonna go for anything else than Shadow Ball. Yep. You're not getting my Seismitoad right there. Nah, son. I'm killing you. I am killing you, man. Come on. Come on. Alright. I'm liking where the battle is going right now. I'm feeling that my opponent is a very tough position because he has so many monsters in a very low amount of health. I have pretty much answers for everything. I just have to make sure that I don't allow him to have opening, and that's one of the things. I couldn't allow Seismitoad take that damage, so that's pretty huge. And you should be taken out here, right here and now, and that's going to be Rotom being taken care of. And that's really good because he was not okay. It's a Metronome Rotom. Okay, interesting kind of set. I guess the plan was to break through my Seismitoad for his Toxicroak, but that's not going to be the case. That can be happen here. He does go into this. He probably has Vacuum Wave for me, for all I know, but I'm not gonna risk it. I can always go into you and I Earth Power it. I don't have to risk my Mon right here with the obstacle, because he can still break a lot of shit on his team. But let's see what he's gonna be doing. He does go for the Vacuum Wave, so he is special variant, and that's pretty much fine for me. If he goes into Gyarados, I don't really mind it. I'll just go for the Earth Power right here. I'm not gonna worry about this play at all. And let's see. Because I could see him sacking the Gyarados, but if he goes into that, I hard swap into my Corviknight right there. So he does go into Dragapult, so he allows me to get damage on you, which is actually really, really nice. So let's see. We are gonna be doing a good amount of damage on you as well. And now I believe I just go into you as you would click U-turn. I don't see why not. I'd rather keep my Seismitoad around for that thing, and that Toxicroak does seem to have to be more special orientated. So let's see. He does go for the Shadow Ball right here, so this shouldn't do as much to me. Yeah, that doesn't do as much to me, which is really nice. And basically from here I can just follow it up with a Dazzling Gleam from here on out. If he goes into the Toxicroak, he might go for the Nasty Plot or anything like that, but it should be perfectly fine. He does go for the U-turn, which is perfectly fine for me. I can just pretty much attack when it's in front of me. That thing is in a pretty good amount of range that it should be dropped at this point. But let's see what he's gonna be doing right here. If he has Toxicroak, it would have to have Dual Stab. He has to have Poison type move. If it has a setup move, it's pretty much limited already what it's gonna be having after that point. But let's see, I'm also especially defensive. So if I'm able to two-shot this thing, it would be pretty damn nice. But that won't end up being the case. So this is a particular turn, because I could try to go into you. I could do this kind of play immediately, because he cannot hit you too hard. I could also go into my Seismitoad, which I think I'll just do Seismitoad play. I don't really care at this point. If he goes for the Nasty Plot, so be it. He has to land a Focus Blast at first. And if he doesn't land that, I'm gonna be picking it off. So let's see what he's gonna be doing. He does go for the gong shot, so he's mixed. He's a mixed Toxic Rock, so now I could see him having still the Sucker Punch. So that's pretty okay by me. And at this point, he has the Gyarados, he has this thing, he has the Dragapult. I don't really mind just going for the Earth Power yet again, so I'm just gonna be doing just that. I don't really have to worry. Just trying to get up the Stealth Rocks. If he goes into the Gyarados, so be it. He does go into the Crims now. Ideally, I pick you off right here. Ideally, come on, Seismitoad, come on, Seismitoad, come on, Seismitoad. There we go, Seismitoad, you get the kill. So the Grimmsnarl is gone as well. And let's see what are the remaining mons that he still has left. He has the Toxico still, he has the Dragapult, and he has the Gyarados as well. So this thing comes in. I don't really mind this too much because I have literally the perfect counter to this thing. I don't really have to think about this all too much. So we are gonna be just doing this play. He could try to make a double, but he doesn't. He just happens to stay in here, goes for the attack, and he's probably gonna be just allowing something coming for free for sure. Or he's gonna be going Power Whip. No, I'm not gonna let you to do that to my Seismitoad at all. So you're gonna be going down to my Rocky Helmet, and now I'm in a good position because the Toxicroak cannot set up on me for free for sure. The only play he has is the Dragapult, going for a Thunder, which he already missed by one time, so I'm in a pretty good spot. He does go into this guy though, which is pretty interesting. He has Anticipation, so he knows what my move is, but like, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna Brave Bird you, I don't really care. Like, me getting rid of this thing means that my Gengar sweeps, so I'm perfectly fine by this. And I would have thought he would have gone into the Dragapult. He has Thunder Punch on this. That's fine, we eat that up, son, man. Holy crap, Corviknight, putting in the work. Take that Toxicroak out of the picture, and now we are in a pretty good position. With just only having the Dragapult left, and I do have Gengar with Choice Scarf, so that should be pretty much the game, I think. As long as I'm not missing out on something. And he does bring this guy in, and honestly, why I do not go into you and just go from there? Like, I don't have to. Yeah, I'm gonna, you know what, I'm gonna let my Alcremie take care of this. I have Choice Scarf Gengar in the back. I don't, like, if I can get a 6-0, I'm gonna try for it. If not, then this thing goes down, and I go for the Shadow Ball and for the win. He does go for the Thunder. He yet again misses, and I'm really, that's pretty bad for him that he missed both of his Thunders. But hey, it just happens. Like, what can I do here? Like, you're running Thunder, there's always a chance to miss, but it's very bad that he missed both of them. He does land it now. Let's see if he gets the full para. Come on, Alcremie. Come on, Alcremie. Come on, Alcremie. Do not. Please, Alcremie. Please, 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 please get this kill. Please get this kill. Please get. There we go. Alcremie gets the kill, and we are able to secure us a 6-0 win over a team that we are fighting for the #1 seed. There are some teams that behind me that I could still fight for the #1 seed for, but this was one of the bigger wins that I could have gotten, comparison to who I went up against. Good game to JohnnyCB, make sure to check him out, his YouTube channel will be down below in the description. A lot better battler than this battle in itself showcased, because he went like 3-0 the first 3 weeks, so he definitely knows his stuff, so make sure to check him out. This doesn't replicate his skill set. But that's going to be all for my behalf. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for the APA Academy Week 1 battle, which is going to be coming up on this week's Friday, so in a couple of days, and obviously for more UBL as well. We are going up against, I believe, Iron 2420, who actually is going to be taking over Maro, so I'm gonna be getting up against going up against him, so I'm excited for that. But leave a like if you enjoyed. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, I'm gonna be seeing you guys later.